let's talk about that video I did, the one that got banned. All right, to tell you the truth about what happened, and hopefully you'll understand. First of all, let's all agree on a couple of things. Treating babies badly is not okay. Disobeying parents' orders is also not okay, right? For example, let's say that you had a babysitter come over and you told the babysitter, do not feed this baby any cookies. I don't want you to feed the baby cookies. I don't want her to have a sugar high, or whatever you decided. If that babysitter went ahead and disobeyed your orders, that would be wrong. And you might even fire her. Certainly you wouldn't be happy. Now what happens if it's your sister who is taking care of your baby and you are vegan? Try to picture it. I know most of you can't picture that, but just imagine that for a moment. You are vegan and you have this cute baby who's about 1.5 years old, and you're vegan and your sister is babysitting. So your sister decides that she thinks it would be really funny to make a video and put it on the internet of her niece eating the flesh of a dead animal. She thought that would be really funny. And actually, millions of people pressed on that and thought it was hilarious. Why? Because veganphobia is real. Bullying vegans is a real thing that people do. It's pretty disgusting. So what this sister did is she gave her niece the bone of a cow, I think it was, a dead cow. And she put barbecue sauce on there. Now, as you know, barbecue sauce has spices in it, and a big thing that it has in there is a lot of sugar to make it taste succulent. Now, you could put the same sauce onto tofu, which would have been great. That would have been a way to be kind to the baby and to honor her sister's wishes. But that's not what she did. So the baby, let's just call her Cindy because we don't know her name. So the baby was there sucking on this bone. And her eyes were popping out like, wow, this is really good. And that's the video that her aunt decided to share. And she made a joke about it. She says, straight out, she wrote right there on the video itself, my sister's vegan and I decided to feed my niece this dead animal, as a way to bully her sister and as a way to essentially show what a horrible person she was to her niece. Her sister trusted her to do the right thing. And this niece, little Cindy, was being raised to be vegan, to be kind, and her mom wanted her body to remain pure without the corpses of animals inside of her. Now, those of you who eat meat will probably have a hard time understanding how devastating this would be to a vegan mom. But just try to empathize with her. Now picture this mom, how proud she would have been trying to raise her daughter as an ethical vegan. She would have taught her daughter later on in time, when she's old enough to understand, that stealing the milk from baby cows is unethical, it is cruel. Because in that industry, the baby cows are murdered if they're boys, and the mothers are strapped down and forced to be pregnant. That's sexual assault. And then somebody pins them down further and uses them as objects, using them as milk machines. That milk was meant for babies, her babies, not for anybody else, not for grown men or grown women, or even humans at all. This mother would also teach her daughter about what happens in the egg industry, that the baby boy chicks are macerated at just 1 day old because they're considered to be useless in that industry. Why? Because they'll never be able to grow up to lay eggs. So this vegan mom would have been so proud that she's raising this daughter, and she will be able to tell her daughter at the age of 18, sweetie, I did my part. I helped you maintain your vegan virginity. Now listen to the word. I'm using the word virginity in the sense that she has never had any dead animals or their secretions enter her body. Her mother protected her from that. Her mother didn't deceive her. Her mother didn't put corpses on spoons and pretend it was peas or carrots or oatmeal. She told her the truth. These are actual peas and carrots and oatmeal, and I'm not going to give you any dead animal body parts. And she trusted her sister to keep that promise too. But her sister betrayed her, and she betrayed her niece. Now, when you think about virginity, let's say in particular a girl's virginity, what do you think of? You are no longer a virgin when a man's body part has entered you, right? Generally, people would say that. That would be the definition. So what happens when somebody, without your consent, puts the body parts of a dead animal inside your baby's mouth? Think about it for a second. See, what creative people do when they're making videos is they use analogies like that. And that's what I said, is I said we had no right, nobody ever has a right, to take away a baby's vegan virginity. Not a parent, definitely not an aunt. So what did I do wrong exactly to warrant my video getting banned? Absolutely nothing. I stood up for the victim. That's the baby. The baby is the victim. The baby had a right to not be exposed to these dead animals being put into her body. She was tricked. She was sucking on something. Now think about it. If this happens in a sexual way, if some disgusting pervert ever did that to a baby and stuck something else into her mouth covered in a sweet syrup, every single one of you would be disgusted. But the reason that you're not is because we are vegan and we are calling you out on your terrible behavior. That's veganphobia. That's people who are cruel to animals and also cruel to the people who defend them. That sister was veganphobic towards her sister, towards the mother of the baby. Why was my video taken down? Because terrible things happen in this world when good people remain silent. Every single one of you who is smart enough to have known what I was trying to say in that video, which is that sexual assault is wrong, betrayal is wrong, feeding a vegan baby non-vegan foods is wrong. Every single one of you who saw that I put that video out in good faith remained silent. But not just regular people who eat animals, the vegan community as well. As far as I know, there was just one video done in order to try to explain what I did, and that was by Tash Peterson and her boyfriend. And by the way, I thank them for that. I don't know if the original video of that little baby is still up, of the one who was giving her niece this bone full of dead flesh, and she was sucking on it, the little baby was. I don't know if the original video is still up, but if it is, I feel really, really bad for that child. I think it's despicable the way that she was treated. Now let's talk a minute about the extremely cruel people who took my video and tried to twist it around, deliberately cutting out segments of it to make it seem like I was saying something that I wasn't. My message was clear. Animal abuse is wrong. Child abuse is wrong. I'm not sure how it is that so many millions of you guys cannot see what is going on here. Are you really all so blind that you don't understand that the meat, dairy, and egg industries are into everything? That they are into your brains? That they have made you stupid, literally ignorant? Being vegan is a moral baseline. It is so easy to do. You simply don't take anything that never belonged to you in the first place. You don't pay for the rape, the kidnapping, the torture, the enslavement, the commodification and utilization of sentient beings. That little baby, the one that we're calling Cindy, she was commodified. Whoever made that video made money using her image. And she never consented to that. She never consented to eating an animal. And now she can't say that she was vegan for her whole life. But you know what? Here's the truth. She actually can, because being vegan is about intention. If somebody is vegan and they accidentally eat, let's say it's a salt and vinegar chip that has a little bit of milk powder in it, they're still vegan. And so to little Cindy, if you ever see this video, maybe long after I'm dead, just know that I had your back. I understood. And I'm so sorry about what happened to you and the terrible people who never stood up for you. To the horrible creators that I've reached out to and asked to be vegan, shame on you. Shame on you for making this world a worse place for everyone. And to you good-hearted people out there, I know you exist. Thank you for trying your best to be as vegan as possible.
Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her say